that's even. Steven Seagal.
Steven Seagal.
Seagulls.
Mission Impossible episode 24.
Bum, bum, bum.
Interesting Mission Impossible news. What did we watch? We watched Phantasm. But we'll get to that in a second.
Yeah, okay.
Mission Impossible news. You heard about that thing with, did I tell you about it on the phone? Fucking Tom Cruise.
No.
He was filming like Mission Impossible 17 or whatever number it's at.
Sure.
And he like flipped out in the studio at like some of the people working.
Oh yeah, he had a Christian Bale moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they weren't wearing their masks or something when they were working in close proximity. He went on like a whole tirade. It was fucking.
He was screaming. I didn't hear it. He's screaming.
Someone must have recorded like in their pocket. Yeah, he's screaming, yelling like "motherfuckers," blah 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 blah. It was crazy. Like lost his shit.
Yeah.
Went all Scientology.
Hey, you know what though? I'm glad he argued for what he believed in, because I see some people without masks and I'm just like a coward. I'm just like, I'm just not going to get near them. But in my head I'm like, why don't they just wear a mask?
Some people are just cool, super cool with confrontation.
Yeah, I guess they're ready for it, or they want it. But
yeah.
You know what? I just thought of like, because he is a Scientologist and they don't really believe in like medicine, so if they get coronavirus, that would be like awful for them, you know?
Yeah.
So like he especially is probably fighting for it, because I don't know if he's raising his kid to be a Scientologist, but they're anti-vaxxers and all that kind of stuff.
They are? I didn't know that about.
I believe so.
It's a big, like very scary conspiracy behind them. Just like of course you've seen the South Park episode.
Yeah.
With fucking whoever their god is, Zulu.
Xenu.
Yeah. I didn't know they're anti-vaxxers though, but I know they do crazy ass shit behind the scenes, beat people up, supposedly.
I don't even know all this stuff. I know a lot of celebrities, like Beck is a Scientologist, and Jason Lee. I was like, I like Beck, and I was like, Jason Lee's cool, and I'm like, maybe Scientology is cool.
I like looked into it for like a couple weeks, like literally like diving into the website, and like they ended up like calling me, like I'm getting Scientology mail for the rest of my life now because I gave them my information.
Oh, so
like,
you really looked into it?
Yeah, I really looked into it because I just saw all these like successful people that are also Scientologists. I'm like, well, let me fucking at least look at what it is. Besides, the only thing I knew was the South Park episode.
Yeah. And
I looked into it for a couple of weeks, and like you take like some tests, like personality tests, and it was just ended up being really sketchy and fucking weird.
Yeah, they asked for money immediately. Like That's how their levels go, is like, all right, now, you get level 4. Oh, that's awesome. Now pay $20,000. You know, like, and it's just like the people who are super high up, it's not because they have like high Eatons or whatever they are, the Thetans. Yeah, it's because they paid to get it.
The 2 things on the chair or whatever.
Now, did you do that, or did you just do like a personality quiz?
I didn't meet anyone in person. I just took the personality thing. I talked with some lady, Jody or something, on the phone like a couple times, and she's super polite and super fucking nice, but it just ended up being super fucking weird. They like sent me some books and shit.
Yeah.
And I get mail from them like once a week. Says take some Scientology courses, literally a little pamphlet once a week from California.
Yeah.
For the past like 2 years.
You're on their list, man.
On the list forever.
You're on a list now.
Yeah. So Tom Cruise yelling at his subordinates. I don't know. He's like, "We're not shutting this movie fucking down." Whatever. Like, I'm on the phone all night with producers, banks, whatever, because he wants to keep filming. Because I guess
he's probably a producer on this movie too.
Yeah, he's got to be.
Yeah.
But I also thought it was funny because it's also Mission Impossible. Impossible. It's our whole pun.
It's fitting.
Phantasm III.
There is a tagline, but I cannot think of it right now. I was
just going to ask you.
Damn. I am definitely going to check because I'm curious of what it is.
Phantasm III.
Thoughts on the movie?
I thought it was a really good movie.
Yeah, I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah. We got freaking hand-welded shotguns together. We got just like post-apocalyptic vibes. We got foxy black woman. We got
with the military haircut, the militant haircut.
Booby trapped houses, Home Alone style by the kid. It's just everything is just like check.
Kid's a little badass.
For the shit I'm into.
And it's freaky. Home Alone. You know what I mean? Like he has like the freaky looking clowns.
You know, people actually get murdered.
Yeah. Lord of the Dead is the tagline.
Is it?
Yeah, I would not have guessed
Lord
that.
of the Dead.
I guess the tall man is kind of the Lord of the Dead. He takes the dead and shrinks them down into their Jawas and makes them his slave.
Yeah, takes their brains. And you said this was the first movie they reveal how they put the little balls together.
Yeah, you see the orbs in the first two, but they're just kind of floating around, and most of the time you only see one or two. And this one you find out they tell. They have the message from Jody. He's like, tell him that there's thousands of them. There's, and at the end, they're all just Reggie's like, oh, I'm glad we finally got rid of the tall man. And then you just see 1,000 of those freaking things.
Yeah.
And they pin him up against the wall.
Those things are crazy, though. Drill your brain out and fucking shit. That was one of my favorite parts. Some brain drilling. Or it's like, drills it and they're just like...
Yeah, and just shoots it out the other way. I
don't know what to compare it to. It just funnels out.
That's its own thing, yeah.
Yeah.
It's in the first one, it made it seem like each ball did something different. Like there's one that did that, and then there was another one that just had that would spin and have like a circular saw blade in it, and would just cut people up that way. And then there was one that would like have a giant drill that would bore through like a door or anywhere like somebody tried to hide or whatever,
right.
Or shoot like a laser to like make a beam, or, so it seemed like everyone did something different. And this one, they made it seem like each ball does all of it. Like, they're multi-purpose.
Very loose-ended. Well, I remember you saying, because I haven't seen the first two. Or is there 4 total now?
There might even be like 5 or 6, because there's like Reggie Bannister himself, like, did a GoFundMe and made one with his daughter or something, and it was, but it was like all total like fanfare stuff. So it's not Coscarelli, it's not the main director.
Yeah, lots of like kind of unexplained loose end kind of things. Well, I guess really just the balls, unless you can think of anything else. Just not.
Yeah, in this one you find out that they're actually the brains from the people the dead that they take up and shrink down into Jawas. And you actually see the Jawas a little bit in this one because they have like a budget. And the other ones, it's just all like total, like their heads, you can't see them. You have like that eyes that, you find out more and more, but yet you still don't really know much because you're like, the tall man doesn't like the cold, they say. But it's like, well, why? You
never know.
They're just like, yeah, he just doesn't like it. He hates that shit.
It just pisses him off. And I think it's a good way to be with certain films as long as you're entertaining in like other areas of it, because then people's imagination just kind of fill up those loose ends, which is sometimes better than whatever they could have came up with.
They don't spoon feed it to you, and there's not a bunch of like story. You're just submerged in the movie, and you go. It's not like, oh, here's a bunch of backstory, and
right. It saves time too. You get some more action. More fucking quad shotgun shots.
Yeah.
Or you can get to like my favorite character, the nunchuck lady. Nunchuck. It's nuns, right?
Nunchuck, yeah.
Nunchuck. You can get into that in a second, but I do have a sponsor today.
Yes.
It's Todd's some random name. Geoff. Geoff's extra scratchy towels.
Todd's Geoff's.
Todd Geoff. I just came up with 3 names on the spot.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't the whole name. I was just like, Todd, maybe Geoff. I don't know. But extra scratchy towels is his product.
Okay. Like steel wool or?
It's basically just a sheet of steel wool.
Nice.
And you use it to dry yourself off and you like scratch and cut yourself up, and it's pretty terrible.
Now, I don't want to go off base though from that, but I like starchy towels.
Starchy towels?
I don't like soft towels. Like when I'm drying off, like after a shower, I want like a nice starched up towel. Like maybe not scratching me up, but the point right before I'm getting scratched up, because it's like super absorbent. I feel like I dry off way, like, just quicker and better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Am I weird?
No. Because I like a little abrasion because I, like, wrap it around my back and, like, scratch the shit out of my back with the towels.
Okay, yeah.
So, also, that could just mean, like, your towel's still just a little damp. Like, any towel that's really dry is probably going to be moderately scratchy. But these towels, Todd Geoff, we're just going to run with that.
It's straight up sandpaper.
It's just sandpaper, steel wool. There's knives in it.
Oh, what?
Just knives, freaking, I don't know. Anything else that's gritty. Sand. There's just legit sand in there.
Yeah. Like Frosted Flakes.
Mm-hmm. Frosted Flake breadcrumbs.
Yeah, for sure. Some Panko.
Yeah. It's the worst towel ever. And that's the sponsor today. I'm going to run with the freaking just terrible products thing for a while.
Sure.
Just come up with like some shitty version of whatever it is. Like a vacuum that just spews things. I don't know.
That's kind of cool, though.
Yeah.
I mean, if you do have a really shitty product, you would have to do a lot of advertising. So it makes sense that they would be reaching out to us.
Yeah.
You know, if you had a great product, you could just almost do word of mouth. You know, the product sells itself.
Right. Yeah, but these are like intentionally bad.
Yeah, they're not well thought out. So,
and that's where we get them. It's like, hey, we'll help you out with these 6 views.
There we go.
Get it out to the people. Yeah, I like the cough, whatever we came up with last time.
Oh,
cough
yeah,
drops.
okay. Yep.
But yeah, thanks for the sponsor, Todd Geoff's extra scratchy, stabby towels.
Namaste.
This movie, who's your favorite character, favorite scenes, anything that strikes you a certain type of way?
Reggie's the best character, I think. I mean, he is the most, I don't know what word to say. He has the most redeemable, I guess, and he always wants to fuck every single girl that's in the movie. And there's always kind of like a will they, won't they. And then usually the girls that he fucks end up turning into the tall man. So that's funny.
Really?
Yeah.
This one, there was some scene at the end. It was like, it was some pun towards the end because he was trying to sex up the nunchuck chick. Excuse me. And they were putting like his body into like the vat or something. They were putting something into that big vat of like hydrochloric acid, I don't know, whatever, acid or something. He's like, I can't get it up or something. And she was, and the nunchuck chick was like, yeah, I know all about that or something. I don't know what the pun was, but it was hilarious.
Yeah,
towards the end.
I like him the most. Like Jody and Mike. I think the younger kid is Mike.
Mm-hmm.
They're like cool enough, but Reggie's like an actual badass too, and he's the one who makes that shotgun. So
yeah, he's the most. I think he's the most charismatic.
That's a perfect word
character.
for it. Yeah, for
sure. Because the other ones are just kind of like the kid. He shows up and he doesn't really do a whole. I mean, he saves fucking. What's the main character's name again?
Mike.
He saves Mike's life a couple times, I think.
Yeah, there's like Mike and his older brother Jody.
Mm-hmm.
The tall man's awesome.
The tall man is really cool.
Whoever plays him is just the Angus Scrim. He's like the scariest looking dude. Yeah, that's his actual name. Yeah. It's like your actual name is scarier than the tall man. Your actual name is scarier than your.
Just a terrifying guy, just like that guy, and he reminds me of the guy from Ghostbusters 2 in the painting. Vigo.
Is that right? That was the first one we ever did. Was Ghostbusters 2.
Vigo. Something also terrifying.
The Moldovan. Vigo the Moldovan. Or
just rough face. Just looking pissed.
Yeah.
Sure, they're nice guys.
Yeah.
But...
Oh, I'm sure they're the best guys. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. They kind of have to be. You know, or either you fit the bill or you're just like, you have to be double nice to make up for it.
Yeah. Like you look angry all the time. You're going to have to make up for it with being exuberant.
I buy it.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, if you just have like a nice friendly face, you could be a fucking cunt. And it's fine.
What else do? Freaking How about that nunchuck? I keep saying numchuck. It's like when I used to say dung bells.
Dung bells?
I said dung bells for like the first like 15 years of my life.
Nice.
Dung bells. It's a little different than dumbbells.
Every once in a while, there'll be like something I've been saying wrong, and somebody will be like, somebody will correct. I used to think it was, it's like champing at the bit, not chomping at the bit. The expression is champ. You ever hear chomping at the bit?
Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
It's champing at the bit. And another thing is there's a word called like goad. Like when you like persuade someone to do something, you're like, oh, I'm trying to goad you into doing something. I always thought it was goat. It's like, oh, that guy's trying to goat me into doing this, but it's like goad. And I found that the goad thing like a year ago, and I'm like 34. Really? So like we're 30, and no one ever nip the bud. Nip in the bud. Yeah, you say nip the butt. A lot of people say nip the butt. It's like, I'm going to nip that right in the butt.
Yeah, but it's nip it in the bud.
It's the bud. Like, you're nipping the bud because you don't want it to grow. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't think of anything currently, but I know there's some people, like one of my old boss from when I was doing, like, chimney sweeping and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He would say Pacific a lot.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Can you be more Pacific? And I'd be like, Atlantic or Pacific? What do you want?
Oh, yeah.
But I never told him, and he, like, never picked up on me fucking ragging on him.
My wife says supposedly, and I call her out every time, like, supposedly, huh? And she's like, supposedly. Fine, I said it right. Fuck you.
Yeah, my old boss always say granite. Take it for granted. I'm like, well,
he sounds like he's like from the 40s. Your old boss. He's just he's like a cartoon character.
He is an insane guy. He's like 5'4", old Italian guy from like the Bronx.
Oh yeah, that makes perfect sense.
And he's we would always write up reports at like the end of like whatever service we were doing. He never spelled anything right, but he's like a pretty successful guy. It's just like spelling is not necessary for you to make it.
If you're a world-class Mason, you don't need to be a great speller.
Yep. Or just vocabulary can be terrible. Let me reset this thing. Pause. I'm also going to shut these windows. Get out of there, kitty. Did you think of a sequel? Well, I guess...
No, I was gonna riff.
It's okay.
Last couple times we riffed, it turned out pretty good.
Yeah, we had the homophobic shark Santa last time. It was fucking awesome. Cause I'm a gay fish. Okay.
You know, I was just thinking if this was recording the whole time, there might be a gap there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
I'll be able to line it up.
Oh, okay, cool,
sure.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
So
what were we on about?
I don't know, but I know I definitely did not think of a movie sequel for this.
Mm-hmm.
That we get the title card, even though I didn't. I said yeah. I like that.
My sequel series. I can add anything else onto that if you want, like bitch at the bottom or something.
Yeah, could you add a bitch? That'd be perfect.
Mm-hmm. Or do you want an audio bitch, like, or just text? So I could just go bitch and then like drop it.
Add the audio bitch.
Okay.
That'd be really good.
Bitch. It already played, but
perfect.
This is us.
That's exactly what that's perfect. Phantasm 3. How about Phantasm? Yeah.
What is Phantasm?
I don't know. I was gonna say Cantasm, but I was like, instead of the orbs, there's cans. But how about instead of the orbs, there's vans?
There's like there's just the shoe,
like the skate shoe,
or like the car could be the van car, or it could be a van full of vans.
I was thinking the skate shoe, but now that I think about it, it would make more sense if there was cars driving after you.
A van's van. A Van's off the wall van, like
Van Damme.
Yeah, and Van Damme with cans.
I mean, Van Damme wears shoes. He could wear Vans and drive a van.
He can wear shoes. Almost anyone can wear shoes, I think.
Hey, not paraplegics. Not dolphins.
You're ableist, bro. Dolphins can't wear them for sure. They need custom ordered shit.
And it makes them so mad.
It's a Vans van with Rob Van Dam, and he's driving around delivering Vans to
Vanna White.
To Vanna White in a can while they're drinking cans.
Well, all right, how about this? This is different, but what's the best can?
The best can?
Do you have a favorite can?
Foster's.
Foster? It's because it's a big can,
right?
Thick,
right? Fucking ridiculous can, yeah.
Okay.
Not the best beer, but I just like the can.
How do you feel about like a tuna can? Just like short and fat like that.
A short, thick boy.
Because you're getting a lot of stuff in there, and it's not taking up that much room. I feel like taller cans.
Yeah, it's like this. This is a disc golf mini.
It's a good can.
Yeah, I do enjoy cans, just anything with a pop top, whatever thing on it.
Okay, all right.
I find satisfaction out of that, like popping a pimple and just crack.
Chili has cans like that.
Chili
with the key and
beans.
Stuff.
Yeah, with
beans.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a cool can. I hate.
Oh, you know what? Hormel chili.
Mm-hmm.
With chili with beans has that. It gives you that pop satisfaction,
mm-hmm.
and has the best shit ever in there.
Mm. Oh, fucking tennis ball cans.
Oh,
fucking
nice.
Crack that bitch. Smell them.
Yep.
You almost get a little high.
It's a good. It is a good smell.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh man, we got to get some fresh tennis balls just for that. I don't play tennis, but.
Yeah, I mean that should be a air freshener.
Yeah, it should. Fresh tennis ball.
New balls. Yep.
Millionaires immediately.
How about that for a sponsor?
Shit, the tennis ball. The smell. It's brought to you by the smell of fresh tennis balls.
Mm-hmm.
Nailed it. I like it. Any extra notes on this mofo? I personally like the nunchuck chick a lot.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
She's cool.
Her and her gorilla sister, they're militant. Like they both wore like the hat, the little the fez, or no, what was it? What kind of hat was that?
The fedora.
Oh,
the fedora. It
might have been a fez. They wore like the same like hat, and then they had the suspenders and the black shirt. Yeah. Those two, and yeah.
I wanted to bring up that she looks like Wesley Snipes.
Because they had the same haircut, yeah.
And she's wearing all black. Their face, not so much, but it's really just the haircut, all black, like, you know.
And they both wear sunglasses.
We're not burning the yeah, they both.
I think they have sunglasses at certain points.
Yeah. Sure.
I know. What Snipes definitely does. In Blade.
Oh, for sure. Also a good movie, Blade.
Yeah. Blade 2, Blade 3.
Mm-hmm.
I think Blade 3's got the Ryan Reynolds. It's got the all-star cast.
Oh yeah, that came out pretty recently. The newest Blade.
Yeah, not too long ago.
Yeah, she just has the duster, the cut, and like kung fu style. There wasn't really other woman in the movies. Were there titties?
When in that fantasy scene where he's sleeping and Jodie comes and he's like, Reggie's like fucking the black lady, and he's like, you got to come with me, and he's like humping away, he's a little busy, bud, and then he has to like pull out and leave and meet with Jodie like in some kind of like dream world and they're whatever reason like the dream sequences that Mike and Joe and Reggie they all go to happen in real life too. Mm-hmm. They can like transport places within the dream like and in real life, which I think is pretty cool.
Pretty neato. Freaking yeah, Mike or what's the? I keep gonna ask you the main character's name.
I consider Mike the younger kid the main character. Then there's the one whose brain's in the orb that they carry around the whole time. That's Jodie.
Mm-hmm. But who's the guy with the shotgun?
Oh, Reggie.
Reggie. Okay. Freaking yeah, Reggie's definitely the best character, like you said. Or you were referring to Mike?
Reggie's the best character for sure. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Yeah, and everyone too. And he's like the funniest. He's the most charismatic, the most redeemable, and He's and he gets with the ladies.
He tries to, for sure.
Or he tries to.
I guess it's sparse. There's just the ladies are.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how. Like, it's like another loose end. You don't I don't know what happened to the world prior to, unless there's some evidence in the other movies.
Not like that.
There's nothing. You just know the balls are evil and there's Tall Man. And
it's pretty much the Tall Man going from town to town, from mausoleum to mausoleum, just killing everybody and destroying the town and forcing everyone to leave. Yeah. But it's not the whole world is like that. It's more just. It's not the whole world is like that. It's more that the towns that they go to are like that because they're after the Tall Man, so they're going to all those weird.
Oh, because they're kind of tracking them and following with that ball. So that makes sense.
Do you want to rate it?
Yeah, let's rate this mofo. For me, totally influenced by the other ones. Only knowledge I have is stuff that you told me. I would say. Try to give it something fair here. The third one. How good is the first one?
The first two are a little different. They're more like kind of gloomy, and this one's most action packed. Mm-hmm. And I feel like the graphics are the best in this one, and it's more. Yeah, it's more action packed. The first two are more like drawn out, but they're different. The first two are awesome in its own right. They're like, it's almost like the series evolved.
Okay. I think for me it's gonna be a 6 or a 7.
I was gonna give it a 7.
Okay. So let's just agree on a 7.
Fucking 7.
So
ice cream sandwiches.
I gotta get some sort of animation or something.
Bitch.
Yeah, without keying in again. Bitch. Yeah, 7 out of 10. Ice cream sandwich or whatever you like. Glizzy sandwiches. We've been over that. Official undisputed rating. Fuck you. 7 out of 10, which is one of our highest ratings. I don't think we've given.
It's in the top 5, I think.
Yeah.
We have a 10 out of the 10 with Empire, and then we gave a really good rating to The Bourne.
Yep, gave a good rating to Bourne. Any other high rating ones?
Sex and the City got 9, I think.
9 out of 10.
Sex and the City 2. I think it was almost a perfect score.
I fucking love that movie so much. So good.
I don't know why they even had to go to the Middle East. Just gay wedding the whole time.
Yep, they could have just stepped there fun. Because nothing mattered. She found her keys or whatever, or her wallet. She left it to market or something. I don't know. Goddamn Jessica Parker, big ass head.
They don't even try to hide it in the movie. It's like, fuck, your head's just too big.
It's too big. It's bumping into shit in fucking Dubai. Fucking, yep, that's where our next episode is going to be, by the way, in Dubai.
In Dubai?
I bought us some tickets.
Cool. I should have checked with my wife, but fuck it, we're going.
Mm-hmm. No, sure you can. It's fine.
Oh, you bought an extra ticket?
I just have so much money and stuff. We'll just go to Dubai.
That's awesome, dude.
Mm-hmm. Bitcoin popped off. No.
That's like really cool. Thanks.
Cool. Real cool. You send me that shit?
Yeah.
What's
I was trying to start that. Make that a thing.
Cool. Real cool. It'd be like a McConaughey. You got a joint on you, man? Be a lot cooler if you did.
Hell yeah.
Fucking.
That'd be cool.
Dazed and Confused. I wonder if there's a sequel to Dazed and Confused. This guy.
This isn't a sequel, but Richard Linklater, who did Dazed and Confused, did that 80s version of Dazed and Confused. Mm-hmm. I forget. I can't remember what it's called. I watched it and it was okay. It was fine.
Yeah.
But like, it was like the same vein. It was just like end of high school, trying to embody like that time of the moment, you know, like
degenerate living.
Yeah.
Smoking pot, hiding from mom.
It was definitely cool and it was fun. But like, I like Dazed and Confused so much more, and there's so much way better Richard Linklater movies. Like, did you see that Boyhood he did? Where he films a kid, like, it's real life. It took him like 17 years to make this movie when the kid is or maybe not that long. Maybe it's like 11 years. Mm-hmm. But it's like when the kid's like 5 that he starts recording them, doing some scenes with him and Ethan Hawke and Patricia Arquette. And then they do scenes when he's 7. They do scenes when he's 9. They do scenes when he's 11, like in real life. And then you see the real life actor, like the kid when he's old, grown up, like when he's like 20. And he's like you see him as a teenager and he's angsty, and then you see him as 20. It's called Boyhood. It's really good. It's like super powerful.
20 years or 15 years to make the movie.
Yeah, he just made it like all on the side, all like constantly. Like he made like a bunch of movies.
That's cool as hell.
While he was making that, but like imagine like just getting Ethan Hawke and Patricia Arquette like ready at will to make that would be hard.
That's super fucking crazy. What's the name of the director?
Richard Linklater.
Richard Linklater.
He did. I'm gonna get a lot of these wrong, but I'm pretty sure he did Scanner Darkly, and which is a real like tripped out movie, and he also did that Waking Life. I think he had a hand in. I don't know if I'm getting that confused because Waking Life is a lot like Scanner Darkly as far as the graphics goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. He did, and then he did a bunch of love stories, which I heard are good, and it has like the same kind of plot as like Boyhood, where it's like called like Before Sunset, Before Sunrise, and Before something else or some shit. But every movie is 10 years apart filmed, and every movie is the same 2 characters 10 years apart, where they like meet in Paris and then they have like a romantic night together, but they have to leave and they go back, and then they meet again 10 years later, and then they meet again another 10 years later. So it's like he's like all about that real time like progression shit.
That's super cool. That's cool. It's super cool that he intentionally does it. Because I feel like
Boyhood was definitely intentional. I don't know if the other one was. Like I don't know if they got those actors and said, "Hey, in 10 years I'm gonna need you guys."
It's just like I think some are. Like, there's a lot that are unintentional. Like, we'll say, like, the Boondock Saints. You know, the sequel came out, like, ages later.
And that progressed in real time? Because I didn't see the sequel.
I don't know if the sequel is also just, like, 10 years later at the beginning. In English guy for some reason.
I wonder if Trainspotting 2 is real time. I didn't see that one either.
Yeah, because there's lots of sequels that hold the same characters. I don't know how intentional it is or if there's timelines, but
yeah, no, it's super awesome. Twin Peaks, the final episode of Twin Peaks, fucking Laura Palmer is like, "I'll see you again in 25 years," and then she's doing like her famous hand thing where she's like, and then 25 years later, fucking Showtime, you get the return,
bam,
and then it's fucking Dougie. It's Dougie coming out of the Black Lodge. Oh man, it's so perfect, dude.
I gotta rewatch the first season and see. I gotta jigger my brain with it.
Most of the time we hang out, we're watching movies for the podcast. So like, but if we did have extra time, I would love to do a rewatch of the whole series. I want it so bad.
All right. Do you have I'm sure it's somewhere.
I have the first 2 seasons, but the return, I'm letting my friend Nick borrow it, so I'd have to. But by the time we get to then.
Yeah, we could definitely bang out some episodes. I'm watching this like a hawk. If you see this battery thing go red, let me know. Like I had an idea for a mashup.
With Twin Peaks?
With Phantasm and some other movie we were just talking about. Damn it. But it was going to be goofy. Whatever.
I know, I couldn't. I didn't give it much thought, and today I worked, so like.
Yeah.
I turn off my brain 100% when I'm at work. You know, I'm just like.
I'm like a robot, bro. I'm like literally saying the same things. Hey, how's it going? I'm Chris.
Yeah.
Like I'm literally. And then I go to the car and I'm just like forget literally all about them.
Yeah, it's good to have a really short-term memory.
Yeah.
And like any job like that.
Yeah, especially with some people who are just fucking weenies.
L7 wiener.
Weenie. Yeah, really like the series, or the sequel. What do we say? 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10. That's awesome, and I'm glad you liked it because this is like one of my favorite scary movies of all time. I might. It's not my the scariest movie I've ever seen,
right.
but just one of my favorites to watch. It's so fun. Next Halloween, if you come by, we'll do like a Phantasm marathon because I got the first 3 movies.
It's it's just got that kind of like that apocalyptic vibe. Like you were showing me the trailer for Repo Man, like I get a similar vibe.
Yeah, okay.
From this and that kind of ish, but like I really want to watch Repo Man just based on that trailer you showed me. And then we'll watch Repo Chick for the podcast.
Yeah, that's a spoiler. We have a sequel lined up that looks so awful. I mean, maybe we'll be pleasant. I'm hoping we're pleasantly surprised, so we make the movie a little more palatable. But it looks really bad.
You said that about fucking Jingle All the Way 2, and now it's your favorite movie.
It is in my top 10 to be sure. That I was pleasantly surprised. Jingle All the Way 2.
It's like Empire Strikes Back, Jingle All the Way 2. Like, what do I pick?
I know.
All right, let's wrap this up.
For sure.
Thanks for watching Mission Impossible episode 24, Phantasm 3. The tagline was something.
Lord of the Dead.
Ooh.
Bitch.
Until next time.
Bye, guys.